Once upon a time, in a grand old manor at the edge of Dusk Willow Grove, there lived a girl named Ella. She lived happily with her kind-hearted mother and her wealthy, well-respected father. Their days were filled with laughter and blooming flowers. But as the seasons changed, so too did fate.
Be brave, my little one, and always be kind.
And with those final words, her mother slipped peacefully into the stars. Time passed, and though her father remained gentle and loving, his heart grew heavy with loneliness. Eventually, he remarried, believing it was best for Ella and the household. Her name was Lady Evelyn, a widow of noble birth, beautiful and refined. With her came her two daughters, the taller Clarissa and the shorter Clara. At first they smiled. They even brought gifts. But not long after the wedding, her father passed away too during a harsh winter. Soon after, the laughter faded entirely. They turned cold and distant to Ella.
Don't just stand there, Ella. The dust won't clean itself.
Her days were filled with chores. She scrubbed the floors, tended the garden, and worked endlessly. One day, as Ella worked by the hearth, Clarissa scoffed.
Look at you, all covered in ash like a cinder. From now on, we'll call you Cinderella.
Cinderella kept her head low, hoping for one day something would change. One morning, an announcement arrived. The prince was hosting a grand ball at the palace, and all young ladies of the land were invited.
Can you imagine the prince, Clara? We'll have to look our best.
Of course! He'll never be able to resist me.
Cinderella watched them, heart sinking.
If you finish all your chores in time, perhaps you may join us. But I won't hold my breath.
Cinderella, filled with a flicker of hope, worked harder than ever. On the night of the ball, the carriage arrived.
May I go too, Lady Evelyn? I finished all my chores.
You? Go to the palace? In what? Ashes and threadbare rags?
Maybe they'll let you sweep the ballroom after the guests leave.
Or scrub the prince's shoes!
And with that, the grand carriage rolled away.
I didn't ask for a dance. Or a prince. Mama, Papa, if you can hear me, I wish I could be seen. Not just as a servant, but as myself. But it's silly, isn't it? Wishing for something impossible.
Suddenly a sparkle gathered in front of her. A fairy appeared.
Impossible? Oh, my dear, impossible things happen every day.
Who? Who are you?
Someone who's watched over you for a long time. You've been brave and kind, even when no one was kind to you.
You heard me.
Every word, and tonight you shall go to the ball.
But I have no dress, no carriage.
Leave that to me.
With a flick of her wand, the fairy transformed Cinderella's ragged dress into a shimmering silver ball gown. A pumpkin shimmered and turned into a glowing carriage.
Remember, my dear, when the clock strikes 12, the magic will fade. Be home before midnight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cinderella stepped into the glowing carriage and raced toward the palace. As she entered the palace, all eyes turned to her. The prince, captivated by her beauty and grace, approached.
May I have this dance?
For the first time in so long, she felt truly seen. But as the clock struck midnight, Cinderella rushed from the ballroom, leaving behind one of her glass slippers.
I don't know her name, but I will find her.
So the prince travelled across the kingdom, visiting every house, determined to find the mysterious girl.
Whatever it takes, one of you must fit that slipper. Understand?
It's snug, just a little tight. Ow!
You're hurt. The slipper clearly doesn't fit.
It just needs a push.
You're forcing it. That's not how it should be. Is there anyone else in the house?
Just the maid. But she can't be the one you're looking for.
May I try?
She stepped forward, her eyes steady and calm. He knelt and gently placed the slipper on her foot. It fit like it had been made just for her.
You. It was you. I knew it.
You saw me, even when I thought I was invisible.
Will you marry me?
Only if I don't have to sweep your palace.
Haha. Okay.
Cinderella and the prince were married in a grand ceremony. They lived happily ever after. And so, dear children, true kindness, even in hardship, leads to the happiest of endings.
My dear little friends, do you like the story? And what have you learnt from the story? See you next time at Story Corner.